Good afternoon. So I have to share this with you guys because it's very interesting. And I think that I know exactly what the Lord is telling me is that they're not going to tell us about the activity in our sky. We kind of already know that, but there has been an uptick over the last 2 weeks in the filming and reporting and personal eyewitness accounts on the channels that I follow, perhaps you follow, and it gave me a little bit more revelation. It gave me, I believe, the revelation of this particular dream. As I already posted it, I posted a dream that I saw two fiery objects fall from the sky, and I just so happened to be filming it. And I believe that I had someone with me there, and I was so stoked that I actually caught it on film. It was two falling, orangey, you know, fiery objects falling from the sky, and I couldn't determine what it was, whether it was space debris, whether it was satellite debris, whether it was anything. And actually, satellite debris didn't come to my mind until Sherry made a comment on that particular video. She said, "Do you think that it's satellite debris?" And like Brother Paul's dream, and I said, "I don't know. I just didn't get the knowing to know what it was in that particular dream, and which was strange to me because usually the Lord will tell me what it is." So I went on because 2 days later or a day later, someone from Inside Edition posted. Well, it was on the show, but I showed you the clip where there was a young girl. I shouldn't call her a little girl. She was flying, and a piece of her nose, the nose came off the engine or something, and they actually just happened to be showing footage of it, and it looked to me, this open field that she was in flying this plane looked to me like it was in my dream, and just so happened that a person that was there was a pilot from the Elon Musk SpaceX. He was an ex-pilot. And the story goes on that his daughter had the same name and the same age, and he taught her how to fly and so on and so forth. But I thought that was interesting that he was an ex SpaceX pilot. And it just made me think, well, maybe the Lord, prompted Sherry to make that particular comment. Well, over the last 2 weeks, I've seen just on Mr. MMBB3, he showed a lot of different accounts that have left him speechless because he hasn't seen anything like it. And there's an uptick, and it's just really strange. And then also, Paul Begley made mention of another person that watches the skies. I think he said his last name is Gill. He was saying that how these 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks is probably a high time within the 7 years that we're going to see a lot of debris from Planet X. And then, Brother Nagley, he made a video yesterday, but he was making showing the difference between Nibiru and Planet X and so on and so forth. But a lot of us, myself included, have gotten that confused. But I just thought it was weird that there was all this and then alien. Some of these things look like CGI. Some of these I've seen cubes. I've seen all kinds of weird stuff. But this video in particular that came out last night, caught my eye because there were two kids, and they were filming over an open field. And I'll just let you listen to the video, okay?
A Victorian family couldn't believe what they were seeing.
OMG, Sebastian.
Good spot.
Meteor.
Good spot, I did it.
That is trippy.
A ball of light falling from the sky at 6:30 yesterday evening.
Nah, that looks like a meteor.
Where is it?
11-year-old Sebastian Flood thought it looked like a meteor.
I was a little bit worried, but I wasn't thinking that that's big enough to do what it did, like what happened to the dinosaurs. It would have just made a crater.
Trying to work out, is it a meteor? Is it space junk coming down?
It was kind of like a big ball, but like with like all orange stuff around it.
Astronomers determined it's not space junk or a meteor, but an optical illusion.
A trick of the spectating.
Trick of the spectating, optical illusion. They're trying to make you feel stupid now. They're trying to tell you like, oh yeah, that's that setup for that Project Bluebeam gonna sound like that, don't it?
When I first looked at the video, it actually looks like an aircraft contrail. But look, I can't honestly be certain. It could be space junk coming in.
Experts say on average 2
Anyway, as the files and the deception set up more, it was supposedly one of the military's, objects in the atmosphere, and it was talking about the Space Aurora aircraft. That's a top secret plane, and it does, as you look at it, it had that same that trail of orangeness that is seen in this right here. So it possibly could have been that at the same time. Or they're saying it's just an optical.
You see that? U.S. Space Satellite Aircraft, RRS. Now, like I said, there are going to be things that we're going to see. It could be really from the Bureau. It could, that they can't cloak and hide, and with the sunset, it's going to be a lot of stuff that they can't cloak. It's going to be blue beam. It's going to be CGI. It's going to be real stuff. It's going to be real stuff from our sun, because our sun is supposedly in a solar maximum, which Brandon covered yesterday, which may be a result of Planet X activity. It's going to be a lot of things, and the conclusion that I came to, especially hearing what they told those kids, that it was an optical illusion, is that they're not going to tell us. It's going to be us, meaning our government, doing things to us. The conclusion that I came to, and I was wondering why the Lord didn't tell me what it was, but we're not going to know. They're not going to tell us, okay? That's on top of everything. And just one more thing, with China planning to close off airspace in Taiwan on April 16th, I'm not sure if this is what they said or if this is what the person said who was reporting it, is that maybe it's from some satellite debris. We don't know. I think it's just more escalation to increase tensions between them two. But they're supposed to be closing off all airspace for Taiwan on April 16th. This is going to be really interesting. But again, the conclusion that I came to is that that they are not going to tell us. They're going to have us panic. They're going to have the general population panicking. And from these videos that I've seen, especially Mr. MBBB3, he's stumped. The people that filmed them were stumped. They look perhaps like the general population may think or are ignorant of. They may think it's an alien invasion. And it just might be us. And that's a whole nother video that I want to address when it comes to war. We may be attacked, and then we might be attacked from inside. But they're going to make it look like China or Russia. Okay, that's a whole nother video again. Okay, guys? Just wanted to tell you, I think the Lord is telling me that they're not going to tell us. They want mass hysteria on top of everything that's going on right now, you guys. They're piling it on. All right? Talk to you later. I'll leave this link below for this particular video.